So welcome, this is Yogalates. We're gonna start today at the top of our mat, standing. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, lean back as you push your hips forward. And then exhale, swan dive down, reach towards your toes, and then slowly round up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Again, inhale, reach those arms up, lean your chest back, push those hips forward, take a big deep breath. Exhale, swan dive back down towards your toes, and then slowly round up through the vertebrae as your spine lengthens when you come up. Keep moving with the breath. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, swan dive down and slowly round up. About two more, then we're gonna add a step back with it. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, rounding back up. One more time up. On the exhale down, place your hands under your shoulders, step just your left foot back. Little taps with that back knee with your hands still right in front of you. Tap down if you can, place your hand either onto your leg, or you can bring your arms way up high. Good, another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place those hands back onto the ground. Push into this front foot, step back forward, and go back into that rounding up. Inhale, reach those arms up, push the hips forward. Ooh, yeah. Exhale down. Now step your right foot back. Take a stretch here. Little dips with that back knee, with the option to keep your hands onto the ground in front of you, or you could stack the hands onto the knee, or you could bring those arms way up high. Good, another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands back under your shoulders, push into this front foot, step back forward, and then slowly round up through the spine. Coming to that tall spine, inhale, reach up. And we're gonna go 2 more each side. Hands under your shoulders, step left foot back. Option to have your hands on the ground, on your leg, or way up high. Little pulses down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place those hands back under your shoulders, push into this front foot. Step forward, fold into it, and round up. Coming to that tall spine, inhale, reach the arms up, push the hips forward, deep breath. Exhale, swan dive back down, step that right foot back. Hands can stay there, on your leg, or up high. Dip down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place those hands back under your shoulders. Push into that front foot. Come back into that forward fold. And then slowly round back up. You have 1 more each side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Step that left foot back. Hands can be on the ground, on the knee, or way up high. This time, 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, with that knee back behind you. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back under your shoulders, push into this front foot. Step up, forward fold, and then slowly round back up. Reaching the arms up, deep breath in. Exhale, swan dive down, hands under your shoulders. Last one, right side. Take that long lunge, hands can stay where they're at, on the knee or way up high. Dip that back knee, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both hands back under your shoulders, push into that front foot, step up into that forward fold. Stay here, just hang out a moment. Let the blood come down into your head. Little movement side to side. Breathe. Take a big deep stretch here. Really hug into those legs. 3 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, slowly round up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhaling, reaching your arms all the way up. Push those hips forward. Reach back. Deep breath. On the exhalation, swan dive back down. Hands under your shoulders. You can either step or jump into a plank line. Hold your plank line. Gaze forward. We're going to take a push up here. Just one push up. Down, and then down dog. Stretch. Again, find that plank line. Push up. And then stretch it back. Find a rhythm, however long you need to stay in the plank or the down dog. And then take another push up. And push it back. Adjust your stance along the way. Just find your own rhythm. Plank line. Push up. Down dog. Try to stay strong through the core the whole time. Breathing as you move through this. Good. Just move at your own pace. We're going to go about 30 more seconds. So do what feels good for you. We're still getting warmed up. Good. Keep breathing through it. About 10 more seconds, then we're just going to breathe in that down dog. So try to take at least one more push up, and then meet in your down dog position. Stay here, start walking your dog. Try to stay for at least a breath into one leg, and give a little sway side to side before you move onto your other leg. And then sway side to side when you're on that other leg. Keeping your shoulders open, your chin tucked into your chest. Just breathe here. Open up through the chest, through the heart. Straighten out through the spine. Keep pushing your weight back towards your heels. You have 5 more deep breaths. Good. And on your next exhalation, come back to center. Dip your knees all the way down to the ground, and then push it back into that down dog. Dip down, push back. Dip down, push back. Now we're going to start adding a step into this. Down dog. Step right foot forward, reach your arms all the way up, dip that back knee down, up, swan dive back down. Go into that downward facing dog position, dip both knees back down, and then step your left foot up into that long lunge, reach your arms up if you can, dip that back knee down, and keep alternating side to side, down dog, little bend in the knees, back to down dog, step one foot up, reach up. As you dip that knee down, keep alternating side to side. Good, just move with your breath. Don't worry about your count. Should be feeling your entire body feeling like it's getting warmed up. From legs to core, all the way up into your shoulders. Remember to add that knee dip in between the lunges. Keep breathing. Try to get your breath a little bit deeper when you inhale and exhale. Good, about 15 more seconds. And the next time that you have your left foot forward in front of you, go ahead and stay there. Start walking your hands to your center line and let your feet follow you. So both feet are going to point straight out in front of you. Your legs are nice and wide. Start shifting side to side. Push into your heels. Use the hands into the ground to help you. Shift side to side. Good. Just at your own pace, at your own rhythm. Keep pushing back into your heels. If you want to, see if you can lift your body up so that you don't need your hands on the ground to help you. And you're just going elbow to knee, side to side. Good, 10 more. Good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the next time that your right elbow is towards your right knee, go ahead and press that elbow onto your knee and then look upward. Open up through the inner thigh. If you wanted to, you could stretch your arms and reach your right hand to the floor. Use a block if you need to, and your left arm up. Use your right arm to open up through the inner thigh. Stay here, breathe. 5 deep breaths. And on your exhalation, place those palms back together. Shift over to the other side. Open up through the chest, look to the ceiling. Use that left elbow to open up the leg with the option to open your arms up. Use that left arm to help open up through the inner thigh. Good. 5 deep breaths. And the exhalation brings the palms back together. Come back to center. Let your feet come in slightly. Palms are together and just start swaying side to side. Sit low as comfortable. See if you can start walking your feet in just a little bit. See if you can get a little bit lower. Use your block to sit on if you need to. And then little sways side to side, or just stay there and press open through the inner thighs with your arms. You can sit on that block if you need to. Breathe. 5 deep breaths. Good, and now we're gonna place our hands onto the ground and try to come into a crow pose. So your hands are on the ground, your elbows are pressing onto the inner thighs right near the knees. Start shifting your weight onto your hands. Try to lift up one foot and then the other foot and balance. So those arms are nice and wide. Past your shoulders, hands into the ground. Start shifting your weight onto your hands. See if you can lift your feet up off the ground. Good, 5 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, the feet come back onto the ground. We're gonna stay low like this. We're staying low like this for just a moment. Place both hands over to the left or the side of your mat, little hop. Back over to the left, little hop. Until you come to the width of your mat or the length of your mat and other way. Little hop all the way to one length, and then we're going to go back the other way. Keep going. One side of your mat and the other side of your mat. Keep breathing as you go. If you need to at any time, come back and rest into that wide stance of just placing your hands together and your elbows opening up. We have 30 more seconds. Strengthening shoulders and hips. Good, almost there, last 15 seconds. Woo, keep breathing. See if you can go one more length of the mat. And then place your knees onto the mat. Let your feet point and relax. If you needed to, here's where you could take a block and place it under your seat bones and just lean back. Lift up your hips slightly, squeeze the glutes, reset. Stretch out through the quad muscles right here. At your own comfort level, you could go lower. Maybe you don't need the block. Maybe you can widen your legs a little bit wider than the hips and come onto your forearms. Or maybe you can come all the way down onto your back. We're gonna take 10 deep breaths here. So just try to surrender into this. Breathing in toward your quads. Opening up through the chest. Good, one more deep breath in. And on your exhalation, bring yourself up. Find a tabletop position in the center of your mat. Curl your toes. Lift back into your downward facing dog. Down dog, tuck in the tailbone, round through the spine, and then lower the knees down, back into tabletop. Take an arc. Move your head side to side whenever it feels good. Again, keep those toes curled, press back into the downward facing dog. Deep stretch through the back of your legs. Tuck that chin into your chest. Start rounding through the spine, lowering the knees down, finding that cat pose. Go into your cow, arc through the spine, little shift side to side. Go back into the down dog. Move with the breath. Stretching all the way through, rounding through the spine, down into your cat, arcing into the cow. Shift the head side to side and go back into it. Down dog. Round into cat, lower your knees down. Take a deep stretch in that cat pose. Coming into your cow. Arc through the spine, shift that head side to side. Start finding a rhythm with your breath. Feeling like you're stretching through your whole body, especially that spine body. The breath should be into the belly. Exhale, into the back. Make your own transitions between cat, cow, downward facing dog. Listen to your body. Keep breathing. Good, about 2 more rounds. And the next time you come into your tabletop position, stay here, flatten your back, hover your knees up off of the ground. Start walking toward the top of your mat in that low tabletop position with those knees floating up off the ground, and then walk backward. Walk forward. Until you come to the end of your mat and backward. Stay nice and low. Those knees are just barely off of the mat. Now keep going, 30 more seconds. Ready to go, one more length of the mat. And then find your way back to the center of your mat. Lower your knees down, straighten up through your spine. Your knees are gonna stay down. We're gonna take a push-up with the knees on the ground, and then an upward facing dog, or a cobra if you prefer. Stretch out in that cobra, come back into that knee plank, push up, arc your spine into that down, upward facing dog or cobra. Keep transitioning between push up to up dog cobra. If you wanted to challenge yourself, Even more. You could take those knees off the ground and just take your push up and then go into your up dog. Or you can even alternate between the knees down and the knees up. All right, we're gonna start adding one more element into this. If your knees are down, you have your push up, your up dog, and then a child's pose. If your knees are up, you have your push up, your up dog, and then rounding your spine into a down dog. So either down dog or child's pose. Either knees down or knees up. Take your time through these transitions. Think about your form, think about stretching. Keep breathing. For as long as you need to hang out in whatever pose and whatever asana, just breathe through it. Making little movements along the way if it feels good to shift side to side when you're in your cobra or your up dog. Good. Try to take about 2 more rounds. And then the next time that you come into your down dog, stay in that down dog position and just walk it out. Or maybe you're in your child's pose and you could just stay there and breathe through it. Really try to shift through those hips, side to side, as you put the weight on one leg and then the other leg. Good. Keep breathing, keep that belly in. And the next time all of your weight is on your right foot, extend your left leg all the way up, reach it up as high as you can. Breathe here. Now while you're here, see if you can take little push-ups. Little push-ups with that left leg extended up. Bend those elbows like you're trying to touch your head to the ground for 10. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring this left foot all the way up. Step it up as high as you can. Scooch that right foot back as far as you can. And we're just going to shift side to side, wiggling through the hips, moving your hips right to left. Your hands are supporting you. Maybe your hands shift a little bit too. Maybe you need your block to help. Up to you. Just shift side to side. Breathe into this. 5 more deep breaths. Good. 3, 2, 1. Lower your back knee down onto the ground You still have this left leg up. See if you can stack your hands onto that left knee. Stay here, press onto your hands, or press onto your knee with your hands. Lean back as much as comfortable for you. Keeping those shoulders away from your ears, sinking low into those hips. Good, keep breathing, 3 more deep breaths. If you wanted to, bring your right arm all the way up, take it over to the left side, and then back. 3 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, lower your hands down. We're going to keep this leg up. If you want to get your block, we're just going to take a pigeon pose here. Heel toeing that left foot over to the right side. You can place your block under the hip on the left side. Take that right leg over to the left side. And before you sink down, stay here a moment, just think about your form. You can place your left hand onto your left knee, your right hand onto your right foot, or well, left foot. Breathe, stretch out through the back, through the abdominal muscles. And then if it's comfortable for you, shift a little bit lower. Stay here just a second. Maybe take that right foot over to the left side just a little bit more. And then if you want to go all the way down, just 5 more breaths. And on your next exhalation, slowly bring yourself back into your high pigeon. Curl that toe behind you. And press back into your down dog, walking your dog. Shift your weight side to side. Tuck that chin into your chest. And every time that you put all the weight onto one side, stay there and shift your hips side to side before you move to your other side. So you're really wiggling through your hips, creating more space. Just make sure you get even amount on both sides, shifting side to side with that chin tucked into your chest. Breathing through this. Good, about 2 more deep breaths, and we're gonna shift all of the weight to the left side and do our right leg. And the next time all of your weight is on your left side, extend your right leg up, stay here. If it's available for you, little push-up motions with your head reaching toward the floor, that right leg extended. We have 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now step that right foot forward, take that left leg as far back as you can go, and then place your knee onto the ground. Take a moment, just shift your weight side to side. Those hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. Move that weight around side to side, getting nice and loose through your hips. Good. About 3 more deep breaths. 2, 3, and find a neutral position. You could stay here if that feels good, or you could stack your hands on top of your knee. Press onto your knee with those hands as you lift up, lean back, sink low into the hips. Good, with that option to bring your left arm all the way up, over to the right and back. Good, 5 more deep breaths. Breathe here, stretching out. Good. You guys look awesome. All right, bring it down when you're ready. Relax that foot onto the ground and then start heel toeing your right foot over to the left side. Start finding your pigeon. Remember, if you needed to, you could put a block under the hip on that right side. Start taking your left foot over to the right. So you should feel that stretch deepen. We're staying up in this high pigeon for just a moment, getting our form. You can place your hands onto your knee and your ankle. If you feel good, you can stay here. Or if you want to shift it down, you bring it down onto your forearms, maybe wiggling that left leg over to the right a little bit more. And at your own comfort, you go all the way down. You have 5 more deep breaths. On the next exhalation, slowly come out the same way that you came in. Curl that toe behind you. Lift into your downward facing dog. It's the last down dog of the class, so just make it your own. Do what feels good for you. If you want to just hold it, or you could walk it, move through it. Just trying to focus on keeping your back straight, your shoulders open, your fingers wide, and just let the hips and the feet do what feels good, and the knees. 5 more deep breaths. Good. And on your next exhalation, lower your knees all the way back down. Cross your legs behind you, and then shift so your legs can come back out in front of you. We're going to come onto our back, do a little bit of core work. So I want you to cross your left ankle over your right knee, and take a moment, bring your knee in towards your chest, and then take it out and then down over to the side. So we're doing left knee, bring that left knee in towards your chest, open it out to the left side, down to the side. I'm going to show you from a different angle. Left knee into the chest, open, down over to the side. So we're really getting big range of motion through the hip. They should be loosened up now. We're just loosening them a little bit more. Good. One more time. And then hug your right leg in. Use that left elbow to deepen the stretch. Start lengthening and bending your right leg. Your left leg is going to stay hugged in. Good. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now step that foot onto the ground. Keep the ankle crossed over your left ankle crossed over your right knee. Place your hands onto the ground. We're going to just start bridging up. Bridge up onto that right foot. Plug into your right foot. We have 20, 19, 18, 16, good, 15, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. 1. Now lower your hips all the way down, but keep this figure 4 stretch. Keep those hands onto the ground. We're gonna rock up, down, bridge up. Rock up those hips. Bring that right foot down, bridge up. Try to stay crossed through the legs if you can. Good, keep getting those hips up high. 3. 4. Nice, 5 more. 1. 2. 3. 4. Last one. And 5. Now fully cross this left leg over your right leg. Hug your legs in, try to catch your legs right around your ankles. Flex your feet. Hug your legs in as much as comfortable for you, and then just make little twist movements side to side. Loosening up through those hips. Our hips are gonna feel so good after this. Breathe through it, another 3, 2, and 1. Now, let your legs fully cross over. Take both legs over to the right side and just let them rest either on a block or the mat. The only thing I want you to think about is that your shoulders are planted on the ground. Look the opposite direction of your legs. If your legs are not easily touching on the ground, then put a block under your knees. And just breathe here, look the opposite direction of your legs. Good, one more breath. And then just take it over to your other side. Those legs are just gonna go over to the left side. Try to keep those shoulders grounded, or put a block under your knees. Look the opposite direction that your legs are going. Good, one more breath. And come back to center. We have to do our other side, so just cross the right ankle over your left side, starting with our figure 4 stretch. Hugging in that left leg. Make sure you're doing the opposite side if you're not with me, or if I said something wrong. And then start straightening and bending the left leg. As you hug that leg in, try to keep your feet flexed. Good, another 5, 4, 3, 2, and set your foot all the way down onto the ground, keeping this right ankle crossed over your knee. Place your hands flat onto the ground, starting your bridge up. Bridge up. Just, come over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Bridge up and down. Come here. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Okay, keep going. 15 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep pushing into that heel. 5. Another 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. One more. 1. And now we have our rock ups and then our bridge. Rock those hips up, foot flat onto the ground, bridge up. That right foot stays crossed over your ankle. Just 10 of these. Good, last 5. 4, 3, 2, one more. And 1. Fully cross the right leg over the left leg, holding on to your ankles. Keep those feet flexed and little twisting motions. If you're feeling any extra tension, you can stay and breathe into it. Good, another 2 more deep breaths. And then release your legs, keep them crossed. Take both legs over to the left side. Make sure your back is nice and long and straight. Look to the right with your shoulders staying onto the ground. Remember, if you needed to, you could put that block under your knees if they don't want to touch the ground. We're stretching out through the spine as we lengthen it. 2 more deep breaths. And on your next exhalation, just point those knees the opposite direction and look the other way. Putting a block under those knees if your shoulders are lifting up. Breathe here. Good, 1 more deep breath. And on your exhalation, bring it back to center, uncross your legs, and we're gonna end it with a teaser. Rock yourself up. Find that teaser position. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. Straighten your legs as much as you can, and if it's available, take those hands away from your legs and hold for 20. 15. 12, 11, last 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, come into a nice, comfortable seated position. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Deep breath in. We're gonna twist one way. Exhale, twist, let those arms come down to help you. Stay here just a moment, take a breath or 2. With the exhalation, deepening your twist. And when you're ready to inhale, bring those arms all the way up. And go your other way. Arms come down, twist. Stay here, breathe a breath or 2. Focus on the exhalation. And when you're ready to inhale, reach those arms back up. All the way up, palms touch at the top. Bring it into your heart center, your thumbs to your heart. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much.